Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog video of mine. I thought I would do something different than my normal performance videos today, and so I'm a graduating senior and thought that since I've been in college for a good while, I could give some advice / knowledge about college. So I've asked my friends to ask me some questions, so here we go. Main differences between college and high school. I would say that the main differences are the schedules. With high school, you are there all day. You are there from morning to afternoon, and you have the same classes every day. College classes are more spaced out. You get to make your own schedule based on the classes that you need and choose a time that you are available for them. So you might have a class at 9 in the morning, but then not have another class until 6 at night. So there is more time in between those two. Also, you won't have the class every single day. Average classes is about 3 hours. Split that up into 3 days, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you have 15 minutes each day. Split up into 2 days a week, like Tuesday and Thursday, an hour and 45 minutes each day. Or have a class 1 day a week, so you are there for about 2 hours from 6 to 8. It's all about making the schedule work for you. Having more time could be a bad thing if you don't know what to do with it, but having only 5 classes on average, that's about 15 hours, you have more time to study or do the work for the next class period, which helps when you have harder work. What's the environment of college like? Each environment is different for each college. That's why I recommend actually visiting the campus of the school you might want to attend just to get the feel. But the overall environment that I feel that all colleges have is one of independence. Once you get to college, you are seen as an adult and will get treated that way unless you give somebody a reason not to. Not to say that everyone here is mature, because you'll meet a lot of people who aren't. But most people try to present themselves well, especially in their given field. I personally don't have it all together, but once you get to college, you have to discipline yourself to make sure you do your work and get the things that you need for your room. You are on your own, but also know when you need help, know when to ask for help. Which goes into my next question. Is it true that college students are always broke? Simply put, yes. Let's not even mention the amount that college classes cost. Let's not even mention that. We all know that's already so expensive. But let's say a textbook that can easily cost over $100. If you take 5 classes and need books for every single one of them, that's easily over $500. That's why I always recommend never getting the books from the campus store. Go online somewhere like Chegg, Amazon, eBay. They're always so much cheaper. But let's talk about everyday life. You have to pay for deodorant, body wash, toothpaste, toilet paper. That stuff runs out, which you have to go to the store and pay for to replace. I have to pay to use the washing machines here on my campus. These things can add up, but are the basic everyday things that now in our independence in college have to pay for. So we can't always buy what we want, therefore complaining that we are too broke to buy it. That doesn't even include people who have to pay bills for phones, cars, or even apartments. That's why so many students get jobs. So the next question is, do you have a job in college? Is it hard balancing work? I personally did not. I am in theater, so when rehearsing a show, we have crazy hours. I came for theater and wanted to make sure I had time to do it, so I chose not to have a job. I have seen people leave shows because they have to work, and I didn't want that to happen to me. I came for theater and chose to do that, But I know people who work in college. They seem to have it balanced pretty well. Most jobs, especially those close by campus, understand that students have class, and most are willing to work out schedules so the students don't miss work or other major events on campus. Not everybody's a bad guy. Do you have dorm experience, and what is it like? Yes, I have stayed in a dorm each year I've been here. Okay, now I'm not the cleanest nor the neatest person, but I at least try to be respectful, especially when I am sharing another space with a person. But there are some people who are way worse than I am. Some people are just so bad and really don't care. Not everybody's bad, but there are some that can mess it up for the rest of us. The first dorm I stayed in was communal and stayed on the side with the females only, while the whole hallway shared 2 bathrooms with multiple showers, sinks, and toilets that were at each end of the hallway. Freshman was the worst because people would just leave stuff in there that was so nasty, and a lot of the girls were just loud down the hallways, especially late at night when you want to sleep. The good thing about it being communal was that we had janitors, and so it was their job to clean the bathroom, so I at least knew it eventually got clean. Second year, I chose my roommate and suite mates for a suite in an all-girls dorm. I shared a suite which had 2 rooms, meaning 4 of us lived together, a shared area with 2 sinks, and a bathroom with a toilet and shower. With that, we had to clean our own suite and take out our own trash. It was pretty good there. Again, though, sometimes the other girls got loud down the hallway. The third and final dorm that I stayed in, my final 2 years here, the one I'm currently in, is a suite in a co-ed dorm. I picked my roommate and picked the same room again once I lived here once before. I am a loner, so I really don't know the other girls who stay in the suite here. But there are 4 rooms, 8 of us here, with 2 bathrooms that have 2 sinks, a shower, and a toilet. So my roommate and I share this bathroom here with the girls in the other room next to us, while the other 2 rooms share the other bathroom on the other side. Again, we are responsible for cleaning our own space and taking out our own trash. But again, some people just don't know how to clean up, so the work is not always shared evenly, unfortunately. And I'm baffled because I'm like, is it so hard to just clean this stuff up when you see it's dirty? If you see stuff left in the bathroom, is it so hard just to pick it up and throw it away? But let's move on. Most of the people are fairly quiet here because this is an upperclassman dorm, and they understand that you need to settle down. They're not as hyperactive as freshmen a lot of times are. You can see that was one thing that I cared about because that really annoyed me freshman year. Just, they were so loud. Again, visit the campus. That way you can see if the dorm is to your quality and how far away it is from the classroom or the places that you need to go. What was your very first day like? I showed up too early for class. Professors have their own specific office that they have in a building, which is usually the department that they are a part of, so the classrooms are just open spaces for just about anybody to use. So more than one professor uses a classroom and doesn't get there until around 5 minutes when the class is supposed to start. I personally was not thinking about this, so when I showed up an hour early so I could make sure I had enough time to find the right place, I saw people already in the class. I thought it was my class and I went in. I then saw that the teacher gave his name and it wasn't the name on my schedule. I asked to see the person next to me's schedule and realized I was in the wrong class. I quickly walked out. I didn't feel too bad because After the class was over, I heard another girl was in the wrong class as well, but did not even realize until the end of class. So always make sure you're in the right class with the right teacher on the first day, because classrooms can easily change. And the thing that I always do on the first day of class, I've done this since I was about in middle school or so, is always go up to the teacher after class to ask them a question. They always say being friends, or at least friendly, with your teacher is a good thing, and I agree. So I always go to the teacher after class to ask them a question. It's nothing big that I'll ever ask them, something simple about class or the syllabus, but it's always an opportunity that I use to introduce myself. And so therefore they get to put a face to the name. That way they know who you are, which is helpful, especially when you have a huge class. And if they know your integrity, they will be more helpful with you on your work and believe you when something goes wrong. So I believe it's always good to ask a question on the first day. What is the difference between freshman year of high school and freshman year of college? I would say that they're actually pretty similar. For me, I went to a different place in high school than middle school, so they were both new places for me. I had to meet new people, adapt to the atmosphere, and learn things from orientation. You just have to observe and get a feel for how things are going to be for the year. I would say that the difference is that you meet a lot of people from around the world in college. High school is definitely more tight-knit than college too. On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy was it to make friends and or network with people? I would give them both about a solid 5. They're somewhere in the middle, at least personally for me. It's of course very easy to make friends or even networks, but just like any friendship, things happen to where they can fall apart. It's just so hard keeping close people to you, especially for your whole 4 years of college. Because a lot of people just leave and go on to their next thing, especially in college. They might drop out, they might move, they don't have enough money, and even if they graduate, they could be all the way across the world, and so it's very hard to stay close to people, especially when the distance between people is so far apart. The people who enter college with you do not always make it to the end, for both those good and bad reasons. That happens in any school, but I believe it happens way more frequently and faster in college. With networking, there are opportunities out there, but getting responses back can be difficult. Your department will tell you jobs and people you need to talk to, but again, you have to discipline yourself to follow through with it. And of course, there's a lot of competition out there, especially if you're in a big field like doctor or being somebody in the medical field. There's a lot of competition, so a lot of people are number one, a lot of people are the brightest. So that's why, even though it's good to talk to people and easy to talk to people, it's hard with getting references back and actually going out there, because you have a whole lot of other people. So if you don't get it, there's 5 other people waiting for it. And not to mention that you have to have confidence and conversational skills that you have to continuously work on to perfect, just so you can get people's attention and seem appealing. Any embarrassing or funny college stories? Well, during one of my acting classes, we were doing acting exercises. This often leads to us, of course, having fun, laughing, and dancing around. I can't even remember what led up to this, but whatever scene we were doing had us dancing. So I was dancing around and I wore the wrong pants. They were too tight, and so when I danced and twisted the wrong way, I split them straight down the back. So yeah, that happened. And the theater where I have my class at is all the way on the opposite side of the campus of my dorm. Luckily, I had my jacket so I could tie it nicely around my waist and walk back to my room, so that was a good thing. But I had to do that walk of shame and making sure it doesn't fly up so people don't realize I split my pants down the back. So yeah, that was a fun moment. And I made the mistake of telling my roommate, who always loves to bring that up at the most awkward times. Yeah, she still teases me about that every now and then. So with that will be the end of this video. If you have any more questions about college from me, feel free to leave them in the comments, and hopefully I can do a good job of answering them. But before I go, I want to tell you to always do these 3 things in college. 1, regularly look at your degree plan so you aren't taking any classes that you don't need. 2, constantly look for grants and scholarships. Even throughout college, they tremendously helped me out, especially because I couldn't get the FAFSA. And 3, make sure you know when to take time for yourself. It is not good to be constantly stressed. And with that, I hope you like this video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And please, come back and watch me some more, and may grace be in your space.